Hello! Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to put on the Stark Naked palette. Aren't those colors gorgeous? Everybody's favorite nudes. I'm going to show you how to do the brows and the lashes. So let's get to it. So first thing I'm going to do is fill in my my eyebrows, because it helps define where my eyeshadow is going to go. So I'm going to take our Tori Belle taupe, and I'm going to take, and I do freehand. We do have stencils, but I like to do freehand. It's totally up to you. Whatever works for you. And you can put it on a little heavier because you're going to remove some of it as you comb it out. And I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but your eyebrows should not be twins, but sisters. So they're not gonna look identical. And that's okay. They're not supposed to. So you can see how it's on a little thicker. Like, I wouldn't want to leave it like that. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna comb it out. And it'll help tame it down a little bit. And you want to pick one that's closest to your natural color, or one that you feel works best for you. And the black one really also you can use as an eyeliner on your tight line, which is this line, or on your above. So the black one is universal, or the brown, whatever your preference is. So you can see they're not twins, but they are sisters. And if you felt you got too much, you just keep combing it out. Super easy. So by defining my brows, it helps me define where my eyeshadow goes. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm not planning on this being a super long tutorial. It's super easy. I like to take, this is one of my favorite brushes. La Rousse is a great brush company. They're pretty new, but they are amazing brushes. This is just the shadow brush. And I'm going to use all 6 colors. So first I'm going to use this very light one. I can tell you the colors later. I'll add it to the tutorial. So I'm going to use this light one, just a little dab. And the best thing to do is you want to flick it off just a little bit. You can do it on here. You see how it came off? So that you're not getting the extra all over your face, okay? So I'm just going to put this on my lid. Now, obviously, there's many ways to use these colors. This is just the way I'm doing it. And mine is a really quick 5-minute base. And I already put on my foundation and everything. I just didn't do any of my eye stuff. Okay. So, next, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to use this second color right here, this one. And I'm going to do the same thing, you know, tap it, and I'm going to put it right over the top of what I just put on. And the best thing with this is you can layer. If you don't like how dark it was the first time you put the layer on, put a second layer. And I don't like to wipe. I like to blot. Okay, so I'm going to go in and do a second layer of that. I'm going to get up into my crease line a little bit, but mostly on my lid. a little bit in my crease. When you open your eye, where it creases, where you see that line, that's your crease. Just get right in there. Okay, and I'm going to take another LaRousse brush. It's the blending brush. And I'm just going to blend it just a little bit. Blending is your key to good application. It just helps get rid of any tight lines that you may have done. All right, so now I'm going to use the LaRousse. It's an angle brush. You can use the same one too, the shadow one, whichever works for you. It's really a matter of preference. And I'm going to use this dark one right here. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to come in on my crease right here. So now you can see it's starting to see the colors. And again, you want to come in with that blending brush. Just blend it out. You see how when you blend, yeah, it might have lessened the effect of the color. You can see the difference. See how it has that hard line? See how this doesn't have the hard line? If you want it darker, just do another layer and do it again. But by blending it out, you're going to get rid of that dark line. And I'm just making small circles. Forward and back. Real easy. See how I got rid of that dark line, that just dramatic line? If that's not what you're looking for, just blend it out. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with my shadow brush. And I'm going to do the lights. I'm going to do this very light one. Just tap a little bit on the end of the brush. And I'm just going to come in and do under my brow. That's it. Just under my brow. Real light. Doesn't take much. Oops. Put the wrong one on my brush. Doesn't take much. So you see it's going to highlight under my brow. This is where you want to have your brows lined. Filled in already, because it helps you know where you're putting this. Especially for me, when I have light brows. My brows are not dark naturally. I don't fill them in, they almost disappear on my face. And then I'm going to take this middle shiny one down on the bottom. And I'm going to fill it in on my lid. And I'm just tapping it on. Tapping it on. I do like the shimmers. If you don't like the shimmers, you can leave it just as it is and not add these shimmers. I like how the shimmers make the eyes pop. So I'm just adding it on my lid. Real easy. You can see that shimmer. Really pretty. Now I'm going to use this last one. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the last one, the darkest one. I'm going to use that angle brush again. Always tap it, flick it, tap it, just to get that little extra off. And I'm going to go over that line in my crease. Very light. Don't need a lot. Now I could have made that crease line, original one, darker, but I didn't feel like it. So now I'm going to come in with my blending brush again. I'm just going to very lightly blend. I'm not going to blend what I put on my eyelids, just in the crease, just to blend it out a little bit. And literally that's it. That is the Stark Naked palette. And I used all 6, and it took not very long, 5 minutes to do that. Last time if I wasn't talking. So now let's put on some lashes. So I have my magnetic liner. And you've all seen this several times. When you pull this out, don't wipe it on the thing. Just pull it straight up. Don't wipe it here. It'll get dry crusties in. They'll fall in and it'll ruin your eyeliner. So I like to start midway on my line. And that's one coat. And then I'm going to do another coat. Do first coat on the other side. And I don't actually close my eyes all the way. I leave them open. But you have to do what works for you. Try different things. If you're not sure. You can put as thin line on as you want or as thick as the line as you want. And I want to mention, if you get a little fallout here from your eyeshadow, you can just do this. Maybe take a little bit of your foundation, put it on here, as I always get a little fallout down here. It's just the game. All right, we're going to put on coat 2. So you want to wait about 30 seconds to put on the second coat. Okay, coat 2 on one eye. And second coat. Oh, sorry, can't see. And then because my lashes, now we're going to let that dry for 2 minutes. Because my lashes are so light, you can't even see them right now. When I put the lashes on without mascara, you can kind of see a light undertone. It looks weird to me. You can wear the lashes without liner. I like to wear them with liner. I'm putting on some of our Siren mascara, which is our 4D fiber mascara. And I'm just going to put just a little bit on there, just to give them some color. So it's not so blondie underneath my lashes. And while that's drying, the liner, I'm going to show you another trick with the brow gel. Put a little liner on down here. Sorry, mascara. Sometimes I put a line on my tight line and sometimes I don't. I don't have it with me, so I'm not going to do it today. But I usually like to fill in my tight line, the water line down there, with some black liner. But not for this demonstration. So, with the, I'll just take you can use anything really that works. You're going to dab it in. And if you have any grays that are showing, like, if you look here, oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm just gonna cover those up, cover those bad boys up. Oh, I can't see them. Couldn't see them anyways, but look at that. You saw it. Now they're covered. I mean, they're covered anyways, but these brow gel is great if you have some grays that you want to cover. And it'll last until you wash your hair. So if you wash your hair every other day, it'll last. always get the gray right here. Look how amazing that is. Double duty. This stuff is so nice and creamy. And dude, you gotta get the brow gel. It's amazing. Let me know if you need help picking your color. Okay, let's pop on these lashes and we'll be done. So I have Date Night, and I have Trim Mine. And what I like to do is, it's easier to put on something on a round surface when they're round. They're not so round here. I just like to wrap them around my finger and hold them for about 5 seconds. And now they're a lot more round. Ah! You can place these, you can start in the inner corner, the outer corner, whatever works for you. And there, that's how easy it is. That's one side. Lashes, no lashes. Let's get that other side on. And we will be done with this look. Again, I'm gonna wrap it around my finger and just hold it for about 5 seconds. And it's gonna give it that little bit of curve that we need in order to put it on. A little bit easier. So this one I always start on the inside, and this one I always start on the outside. I don't know why. I just do. And one eye always is a little more hectic to put on than the other. But either way, still takes seconds. So that is the look using the Stark Naked palette and the brows and the lashes. So I hope this tutorial was beneficial. Thanks.